Hey guys, welcome back to the Detailing Space. Today we've got another product shoot out for you, and in this video we're going to be looking at spray sealants. So behind me we've got a selection of different kinds of spray sealants available on the market here in the UK. Some of them are ceramic spray, some are graphene infused, and they're all available easily over here in the UK, as I mentioned. And you can get some of these as well over across the pond in the States as well. So let's take a see and we'll have a quick look at the products. Okay, so in no particular order other than how they're currently written down on my sheet, we've got P&S Bead Maker. We'll be looking at gtechniq C2 ceramic sealant, that's the version 3. We've got Garage Therapies 3CS, stjarnagloss Parlour. We have Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro graphene infused flex wax. That's a godful to say. Auto Glim's Rapid Ceramic Spray, Angelwax Dream Coat, Bill Hamber's Touch On, and Matrix Recharge Plus from AutoSmart. So they're the products we're going to be looking at today. As per the last couple of shootouts that we've done, I hope you've watched those, and if you haven't, make sure you check them out after this video. We've got a few categories we're going to be scoring on, so we're looking at the price, and we're going to be judging based on price per bottle. At the end of the day, with these, you don't typically buy them in a bulk amount, you kind of get them as they come, which is typically here in the UK around about 500ml. We're going to be judging on user experience as well, so just how it feels to use those, and just the overall feeling and look of the products. Applications, what it's like to apply them. We're going to be looking at the beading effects. That's going to be horizontally and vertically. Water behaves a little bit different on a flat surface compared to, say, a door. And also we're going to be looking at sheeting as well, because not everyone wants beading. You want sheeting when you're drying and all of that stuff. We're then going to be testing durability, and then finally looking at slickness. I did have gloss on the list, but it's a bit hard to measure gloss, so yeah, I didn't do that. So anyway, first off then, let's dive straight into the pricing. So as I said, they're in the order as they're written down at the moment, so we'll just go through them from left to right and get you the prices per bottle. All prices have come from either Clean and Shiny where available, and also from Amazon, apart from the Matrix Recharge Plus, which I think I got from eBay in the end. It was quite hard to find, that being mainly a trade product. But yeah, we're going to be ranking based on the 500ml price. I just want to say as well, before we get much further into this review, I think just looking at these, all of these products were sent to me free of charge as well, so I'm not biased towards any of these in one way or the other. I do have brands that I like, of course I do, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to work with facts and figures here. So anyway, let's get on to the pricing. So P&S Bead Maker, for a bottle of that is 473ml, which is 1 pint. I don't know what that is in ounces. I want to say it's 16 ounce. I don't know. So 473ml is £11.95 for that. gtechniq 500ml, this is the C2 ceramic sealant, that's £19.50. Garage Therapies 3CS, again 500ml, is £18. Stjarnagloss Parlour comes in at £16, once again 500ml, and Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro graphene infused flex wax, we'll just call this Turtle Wax from now on, is 23 ounces, which is 680ml. That comes in at £15.90. Auto Glim Rapid Ceramic Spray, good old 500ml, £16.91. Well, that close, penny between them. Oh, £15.90 for Turtle Wax, £16.91 for Auto Glim. Angelwax Dream Coat, £18.95, again 500ml. Bill Hamber's Touch On is 1 litre, that's £18.95, also £18.95, so them two are the same. And AutoSmart Matrix Recharge Plus is £44.99 for a litre. Wow. So yeah, let's go ahead and rank these in the order of price. So there we go then, ranked in order of how you purchase them. So P&S comes in first place, £11.95 for 473ml. Followed closely in second with Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions. That one is £15.90 for 680ml. Stjarnagloss Parlour comes in third place at £16. Auto Glim Rapid Ceramic Spray comes in at £16.91, and Garage Therapy's 3CS comes in at £18. I remember rightly, yes. Angelwax and Built Amber are joint 6th place, both at £18.95, closely followed by gtechniq Ceramic Spray Sealant. That one comes in at £19.50, and the Matrix Recharge from Autosmart comes in at £44.99. So yeah, that's the results for those. I'm just going to rank them on a 500ml conversion, because this is less than 500, this is more than 500, and this is quite clearly 1 litre. So let's just see how that would affect the rankings. I'm not going to rank them that way, but just in case you guys are wondering which is best value for 500ml. So really it changes it a little, and we've got Built Amber would become first if we did it on a 500ml basis. That'd be £9.48 for 500ml. Turtle Wax would then become £11.69. You're getting 680ml here, so for 500ml it's £11.69. PNS would be bumped up to £12.63, because that's less than 500ml in a bottle, and then the rest are already 500ml, apart from Matrix Reloaded at the end. Matrix Reloaded?
Let us find out where this goes.
Matrix Recharge Plus, it's just going to be £22.50. Still makes it the most expensive. Really expensive, that one. So that's the pricing for you then. Next we're going to go on to application. So for application, then, we're ranking here based on how easy it is to apply, how versatile it is in terms of applying, and of course removing it as well. So yeah, it's kind of like 3 factors to think about, and I'm going to go through my thoughts on each of those, and then we'll rank them again afterwards. So we'll go through in the order that they currently are. Built Amber's Touch On. So this one is probably the most versatile of all the products, apart from Angelwax. This one can be applied through a foam lance, which is the most common way you see people use it. You can use it in a bucket wash, which I've not yet tried, or a spray bottle, which is how I've done the whole of this test. So in a foam lance you would use 30ml and top it up to 1 litre. In a bottle you would do the same, I believe. I think it's 30ml and top it up to 1 litre. In a foam lance it's 30ml and then top up to 300ml. Sorry, my mistake. Top it up to 300ml. In a bottle it's 30ml then top it up to 1 litre. In a bucket I've not done that, but it's like 20 or 30ml into probably about 10 litres of water. I'm not entirely sure, but it's the most versatile product on applying. When you do use it by spray trigger, it's nice and easy to use. I'm just going to check back on my notes here. I've literally just put quick and easy. It is straightforward to use, no streaks, no smears, none of that jazz, so easy to apply and multiple ways to apply that. Turtle Wax, Flex Wax, so this one, let's check my notes on this. So it's a spray on wipe off kind of product, like many of the others are now. This one, so I've put it's easy to apply. I mean, the trigger failed on me and it split, so it's going everywhere, but it's got a decent spray pattern. It's nice and easy to apply. It's just the removal of that, it just took a little bit of work to get the remaining residue off, but there was no smear or anything. It was just a little bit, yeah, a bit of an effort to get some of it off in the end. Bead Maker, simply just put super slick. It's got a nice spray pattern as well, a nice wide spray pattern, so you only need a couple of sprays per paddle, maybe 3 or 4 sprays on the bonnet or the hood to you Americans, but super easy to apply that. Flip it over to a clean side of the cloth and then buff that off to a high shine. Same with stjarnagloss's Parlour. This one seems wetter. It almost seems like you're spraying water, so you only need a little of this. Like most of the others, if you was using 3 or 4 sprays per panel, you probably just use 2 of the stjarnagloss. You can spread it quite a long way because it does seem a lot wetter. Super slick when you apply that and really easy to buff off, just vanishes, so absolutely great product. Also Glim's Rapid Ceramic Spray. This one, again, a nice spray pattern on here. Just a bit cumbersome, these bottles. They look nice, but yeah, they're just a bit bulky. This one, it smears a little bit, not too bad, but yeah, it was enough to notice the smearing from this towards the end. Garage Therapy's 3CS, this one requires a little work, so it's got an adjustable spray head, which is great. When I say a little work, it's not too bad. It's probably the one that feels most like applying a ceramic, so you would usually have probably a microfiber applicator rather than a cloth. You prime that, you spray a bit onto the panel, and then you just wipe it across as you would if you've ever ceramic coated a car. Go left to right, up and down, leave it 30 to 60 seconds as per the instructions, and then with a nice clean towel buff that off, and you get again a super slick finish and no smearing, no streaking, just really nice and easy to use. That one feels like the most premium of these, but that's about user experience, so we'll go on to that later. Angelwax Dream Coat, this one, it's a spray on rinse off product. You can also apply it by lance. I didn't check the directions on that. Let me just have a quick look now. So for lance, it's 30ml and then add 500ml of water to do it by lance. I've not tried it that way, but for regular use, you would spray that onto the panel, wet or dry, leave it. It says instant, but normally I'd just leave it for like 10 seconds and then pressure spray that off, and that'll get you instant protection. Fantastic for use in the winter if you're pressed for time. But I would like to see something where you can do some just localized, wipe it on with a towel, flip it and buff it off. You know, you just want to top up the lower parts of the door. So yeah, I don't know if you can use it as a spray. There's no guidance to say you can. It's just a spray on rinse off product. Oh, it's also got an adjustable nozzle as well, which is really nice. Ceramic sealant from gtechniq. This one, again, another super wide spray pattern, super slick when you're applying that. And again, it's another product that seems kind of wet, like the stjarnagloss parlour. So again, a little goes a long way from that one. So yeah, really nice to use that as well. I do like these triggers. I do like the rounded trigger heads as well. I think the Dream Maker's the same one. And then finally, Recharge from Autosmart. Carrying 1 litre around, it's a bit of a ball ache, to be quite honest. They did, if I look somewhere, I can't find it now. Oh, it's back down there. They did send a spray bottle out. I don't know if you get that when you buy this, but they sent me a spray bottle, a 500ml bottle, so I could probably decant that into there. Again, it's got an adjustable nozzle. This one also smears, similar to the Auto Glim, not quite as bad, but yeah, it was easy enough to apply. It just felt like it smeared a little bit, but yeah, that was that. So I'm just going to put these in the order that I think they deserve to be for application. So for application then, first place goes to Bill Hamber. It's by far the most versatile. You can apply that in so many ways. You can decant it into a small bottle. I also forgot to mention it does recommend using demineralized water if you are going to go down the dilution method. But yeah, you can use it in a trigger spray, you can use it in a bucket wash, or really nice and easy, just spray it on. At the end, once you've finished washing the car, you've gave your car a final rinse, make up a foam lance, spray it all over, leave it a minute or so, rinse it off, dry your car, jobs are good. So very versatile way of applying that. Dream Coat also comes in second place, again just because of how quick and easy it is to apply. So I can forgive the not having localized bit, because you might as well, if you know the bottom part of your door needs topping up, just spray it all over again at the end of the wash and then rinse it away. So I can kind of forgive it for that, to be fair. And then in third place we've got stjarnagloss Parlours. That one just felt the nicest to apply of the rest of them. All of these going down here now are spray on, buff, wait, flip, and buff to a shine. So yeah, and then Bead Maker, gtechniq, and Garage Therapy's 3CS all come in joint fourth place. They're just very close in terms of how you apply them. They all had the pros about them. They was all really nice and easy to apply. So yeah, you can't really grumble too much with them. You just spray it on, spread it with one side of the cloth, fold your cloth in half, flip it over, and then buff it to a high shine. Jobs are good. Turtle wax comes in at 7th place simply because it was just a little bit difficult to remove the last bit. I'm going to ignore the trigger that it's split a bit. That's just my own experience. You guys aren't always going to get that. And then in 8th place we've got Matrix Recharge Plus from AutoSmart, just because it was a bit smeary at the end and a bit cumbersome with the ball. And then last in 9th is the Auto Glim, again a little smeary. And all of these as well I tested, as you can see on the footage. I just sprayed like 3 pulls down the middle of the panel and then just spread that all over, which in my opinion is about the amount you would apply to a bonnet of that size. So yeah, Auto Glim comes in at 9th place. So next up then, we're going to be talking about beading. So on to beading then, and as I said, we're going to be scoring on uniformity, how tight the beads are, and just in general how pretty they look. And I've scored them, as I said, I scored them on the vertical and a horizontal plane, and then just took an average of them. So yeah, and we'll just jump straight into it basically. So in first place we've got Garage Therapies 3 CS. So this one, actually I rank this as first in both horizontal and vertical mode. Just looked really phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic beads from Garage Therapy. Second place we had Paula, again really good. They were so close. This came second on the flat panel, and again joint first on a vertical panel. And gtechniq ceramic sealant comes overall in third. Again, it came joint first on a vertical, but I judged it about 4th place I think on a flat horizontal panel. So nice tight uniform beads. They were very close, first, second and third. In 4th place then, Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions. I ranked this 4th in both positions as well. So again, that was very surprising to see what some people might consider not the most premium of products. It came up really well, beating some of the more what people would expect to be high, shall we say. Joint 5th, we have P&S Beadmaker, we've got Auto Glim's Rapid Ceramic Pro, and we've got Angelwax Dreamcoat, all in joint 5th. So this came 6th and 4th in flat and then vertical. Auto Glim, I know I said I weren't going to talk about the actual results, but Auto Glim came 6th and 4th too, and Angelwax came in 3rd and 7th. So really good beads that I judged on the flat, but when I stood it up, it just, I don't know why, it just, I didn't feel like it. It got 7th, so overall they came joint 5th. And then in joint 8th place we've got Built Hambers Touch On and Auto Smart Matrix. Both came joint 6 on a flat panel and joint 7th on a vertical panel. Yeah, I really expected Built Hamber to do much better than it did, and I don't know why. So yeah, this is only my experience as well. I can do more testing, but I'm judging on the day. I'm not making the tests to suit the products. The products have got to match the tests, if that makes sense. But anyway, so they're the results for beading. Let's get on to sheeting next. So on to sheeting then, and there was a few ways I wanted to try and test this. So my initial thought was, do I just get an amount of water, so 100 ml, and see how quickly it pours it away? Do I flood the panel? How do I do this? So yeah, it was quite tricky. In the end, I went down the flooding the panel route. So once this section was totally covered, I then timed it on how long it kind of took to break away and then essentially get all the water from its area. So I'm going to judge these twice. So we're going to have essentially 2 in 1 rounds here. So they're going to get a score for flat sheeting, for horizontal sheeting, so as though it was a hood or a roof. And then they're going to get a score for vertical sheeting, so as though it was a side panel, a door or something like that. So let's rank these first for flat sheeting. I'll quickly reorder these and yeah, I'll give you the results on the timings. So this is the results then for horizontal flat sheeting, how quickly it took each of these to clear the water from its section. So Turtle Wax Flex Wax just came in at first place. This was lightning, 1.01 seconds to clear the water from its little area. Stjarnagloss Parlour, this one came in second place at 2.66 seconds, and gtechniq came in at third at 3.41 seconds. That was closely followed by Autoglim at 3.42 seconds. Mental, 3.42 seconds. PNS came in at 3.67. Auto Smart was 5.12 seconds, and Garage Therapy was 5.59 seconds. Angelwax Dreamcoat was 6.01, and finally we've got Bill Hamber in 7.17 seconds. And I ran these timings like 4 or 5 times each, just to give them all a fair chance, and take the quickest time from each of those. So yeah, 7 seconds, like 1 second, 7 seconds, just mental. As I said, we're going to score these twice. That's the results for flat sheeting, horizontal shall I say, and then for vertical sheeting I'm going to reorder these and we'll go through the timings for that. So it's strange how just being horizontal, vertical can change the timings. So again, I took multiple timings for each of them, gave them all the best chance, and I did the bottom sections before I did the top sections as well, so there's still no water dripping down later on. So once again, we've got Turtle Wax in first place. This was 1.47 seconds. In second place, we've got Autoglim's Rapid Ceramic Spray. This came up 2 places. This was 2.44 seconds. And in third place, we've got Stjarnagloss Parlour, which has just been dropped down a place, 2.66 seconds. gtechniq's dropped to 1 place as well. That was 2.87 seconds. And Bill Hamber has jumped up 4 places, 2.95 seconds to sheet. So that's a hell of a difference from 7 seconds on the flat to about 3 seconds vertically. Garage Therapy, this has also gained a position. It's 4.04 seconds in a vertical position as opposed to, what was it, 5.59. PNS Beadmaker's dropped down 2 places. It's 5.53 seconds. Angelwax stayed in 8th at 5.55, and Auto Smart's Matrix, that's gone down to 9th place at 5.59. 5.49 should I say. I'm not sure why that's gone slower on a vertical. Same with PNS. But they're the timings. There's not really much more I can tell you about that. Next up then, we're going to be talking about the Slickness. So for Slickness then, yeah, in the planning stages I did consider, do I do the old put a sponge or an applicator on each section and tip the panel up? That's not very accurate, is it? So instead I've got a 2 kilogram weight on the top of a sponge, and then just got a pull meter. I took some readings before we pulled each section, because I know the panels had quite a bit of abuse. I've done a lot of filming on that recently as well, so I read every single section before it had anything applied to them. As soon as it was applied, it had been given a couple of hours to cure. I then tested the pull ratings again on each little section. I did this multiple times, took the averages, and the way we're going to score them is the percentage increase, or should I say reduction, in terms of pulling power. So it'll make more sense once I talk about them, but yeah, we'll get them put in the order that they finished. So, as I say, the way we did this then, I took a pull reading of each section beforehand and then a pull reading after. And when I say a pull reading, I took multiple and then got averages and worked from that. So, in first place then, we've got gtechniq's, which was 1,130 grams to pull it without any product on there, and then 570 grams of force to pull it afterwards. That was a 49.5% reduction in effort basically, so that comes in first place. Second place, we've got Turtle Wax, 1,100 grams to pull beforehand, 570 grams after. That was a 48.2% reduction in pull. So we've got Auto Glim and Auto Smart in joint third place here. In fact, looking at the numbers are exactly the same. So it's 900 grams for both of them beforehand, 500 grams for both afterwards, which is a 44.4% reduction in friction, if we're calling it that. Bill Hamber's touch on, this was 865 before and 540 afterwards, so that's a 37.6% reduction in friction there. Garage Therapy's 3CS, that section had 1,100 grams of pulling force required, 730 grams afterwards, that's a 33.6% reduction. Let that motorbike go past. Stjarnagloss Parlour, the one that I'm the most surprised about, to be fair, 970 grams before, 800 after. And as I said, I did do all of these multiple times as well to give them all a fair chance. So let's just say 17.5% reduction. Angelwax, this one was 900 before, 815 afterwards, so a 9.4% reduction. And P&S Beadmaker, 900 grams to start, 850 afterwards, 5.5%. I thought that was going to be a lot more for how slick it feels when you apply. I'm surprised it didn't improve that much. But yeah, that's the Slickness scores. I hope you're finding this all useful and fun. Whilst I think about what I'm going to talk about next, I just want to mention we have got a membership program now over on YouTube, here on YouTube should I say. So if you want to help support the channel and do more in-depth testing like this, yeah, go ahead and join. You'll get behind the scenes, you'll get exclusives, you'll get all sorts of good stuff, and it only starts at like £2 a month. It's not a lot, and that might allow me to buy a gloss meter for the next test, because I've not done gloss readings because I don't have a gloss meter. But I'm hoping that Slickness test will help you yeah, figure out again some sort of results from these. So next up then, we're going to get onto the durability. So for durability then, for this I basically hit all of the panel with an APC to begin with. I did 15 hits of all-purpose cleaner in total, and then we did 10 hits of tar remover, trying to kill off that beading. So after 25 hits, some of these just didn't die. And at that stage I thought, well, you know what, let's do the pull test again. No, sorry, we didn't do the pull test, we did the sheeting test again. So let's do the sheeting, let's see how much slower, because at this point the coatings will have been compromised, they've been abused. As I said, 15 hits of all-purpose cleaner, and it was Koch Chemie's Green Star as well, by the way, and 10 hits of tar remover, and the odd bit of panel wipe thrown in between sessions as well. So they were open to quite a bit of abuse, and 2 of them did fail during those tests. The rest was still standing strong after essentially 25 hits of chemicals. So at that stage, as I said, I just did the sheeting test again and see which one had the biggest increase in sheeting time. That would be the most affected, that makes sense, and the one that's nearest its original speed is the least affected. So let's go ahead and rank these. I actually don't know the results, so I don't know the entire score yet, so I'm going to rank these now. Oh, so there we go then. As I said, I didn't even know the final results of these, because I just worked out the percentages and didn't actually rank them. So the P&S Beadmaker was the one that seemed to fail after about 12 or 15 hits of all-purpose cleaner. That one started degrading the most. They were really noticeable that I could just call that one. I think 2 applications of tar remover basically killed Beadmaker. And then the rest was still going fairly strong, fairly what I would say acceptable. So they didn't have the uniform beading that they had at the very start, but it's something that would have been acceptable, but you may have wanted to top up at this stage. So as I said, the way I did this then is I just ran the sheeting test again and see which ones had the least swing in terms of sheeting speed. So again, it made more sense. So angelwax, this one initially had, and I did these on the, how did I do these now? I did these in the vertical, so stood them upright again, because again, that's how most of your car is, with the exception of the roof and the hood. So angelwax came in first. It took 6.24 seconds to clear the section of that, as opposed to 6.01 before. So that was 112%, so 12% more basically. Matrix recharge, this took 7.2 seconds, up from 5.49, so that was an increase of 32.4%. Garage therapy, this one, where is it? This one took 6.54 seconds, up from 4.04, so that was an increase of 61.8%. Gtechniq ceramic sealant, 6.57 seconds, up from 2.87, so that was an increase, yeah, that's correct, 6.57 up from 2.87, that's an increase of 28.9%, 128.9%. Bill Hamber's touch on, 6.88 seconds, up from 2.95, that's an increase of 33.2%. 133.2%. Sorry, I'm missing the first digit here. Stjarnagloss parlour, 6.35 seconds, up from 2.66. That's an increase of 138.7%. Autoglim's rapid ceramic spray. This, where is this on my list? This was 6.38 seconds, up from 2.44. That's an increase of 161.4%. And then down here, remember how rapid Turtle Wax was. This came in at 7.84 seconds, up from 1.47 seconds, an increase of 433.3%. And then, as I said, this one just died. I don't even think of time there in the end. But yeah, they're the results for durability. At the end of the day, they all lasted 25 hits of chemicals, apart from PNS. They started looking worse for wear visually, but the sheeting was quite clearly still there, and the beading was taking a hit. But as I said, protection's not just about the beads, it's also about the sheeting, how quickly you can get the water off your car when you've just washed it. But 25 hits, that's nearly 6 months. Yeah, it's nearly 6 months worth of hitting your car with products, and the likes of gtechniq says up to 6 months durability. The rest I don't think really give any claims on how long they're going to last, but let's be honest, you're going to reapply these maybe on a monthly basis, certainly every 3 months, so they all pass the durability test. But if you're going to score them, as I think we should, they're the results. Rather surprising in my opinion. So next up then, the final one is user experience, and yes, this is subjective, my opinion only. So user experience, as previous videos, I'm not really going to talk too much on the branding because that's all subjective. In fact, this whole category is subjective, so I may end up talking about the branding as well, who knows. But first place, joint first, I've put Beadmaker and Bill Hamber Touch On. I think it's really nice product to use, and if for nothing else, that smell is amazing. It really is. I love the smell of Beadmaker. I've mentioned this in a recent video on YouTube. It reminds me of Dodo Juice Red Mist Tropical. They smell almost identical. And I'd get it out every week just for the smell of it. Nice and slick to use. You don't feel like you're going to be scratching the paint or anything like that. And really nice trigger as well to be using. Nice to hold. I like the rounded bottles. Just really nice to use that product. That's why I was going to put that first on its own, but to be honest, you can't not put Bill Hamber up there as well because of the Lance application weight as well. So I think these are going to be two that I'm going to be using quite a lot. So whilst Beadmaker may not have scored the best in some of the other areas, such as sheeting and the durability, if you're applying it monthly anyway, I'm not too worried. It's an enjoyable product to use. I really do like using the Beadmaker. And at the end of the day, that's what detailing is all about. It's about spending a few hours on a Saturday or a Sunday, cleaning your car and just chilling, enjoying yourself. Yeah, and as I say, Bill Hamber Touch On, just nice and easy to apply. I can see me using that a lot during the winter where I just wanted to get a quick layer of protection on, rinse it off and walk away. In joint third, I like these brands. I do. I'm not going to lie. I do like the branding of all of these. The triggers are also, the trigger could be improved slightly on the stjarnagloss one, but the triggers are very, very nice to use, nice and easy to apply. This one from Garage Therapy just feels like you're putting on almost a semi-pro ceramic. I think because once you get the applicator and you're working on it, you've got to wait a little while and buff it off. It just feels like premium products. All of those feel really, really premium. So they go in joint third, in my opinion. Joint sixth place, we've got Turtle Wax, Flex Wax, and Dream Coat. Dream Coat's nice. As I say, it'd be nice to be able to spray this on. Sometimes I don't want to be spraying, rinsing, because it does say one panel at a time. But that said, you can use it in a lance, which I've yet to try. Again, really nice product, really nice branding. I do like the design. The triggers are pretty decent as well. So you've got the little lip at the back, you can just rest your hand in. Doesn't really dig in for me. I know some people moan that it digs in. I don't really have an issue with that. And the Turtle Wax, again, nice and easy to get this. You can pick this up anywhere on the high street, easily accessible. I love the branding of the Hybrid Solutions range as well. And the trigger, again, is pretty decent. Plenty of room at the back. As I said, it did have an issue with me. But yeah, just a shame it was a little bit of an effort to get some of it off. Not too much of an effort, just a little bit. And then in joint 8, simply because they just smeared. I don't like the bottles on this one. It's just a bit bulky, but it's, other than that, really nice. I like the branding of it. It looks really cool. You use that as a topper as well. I've not mentioned that through this video. You can use it as a topper on the Matrix Black and the Matrix Blue, I think, is their ceramics. And then Auto Glim's Rapid Ceramic Spray. Once again, in the UK, easy to get anywhere on the high street. It's just, you can turn the bottles around like that, the triggers around. It's their branding. It's recognisable. If you're from the UK, you know this white bottle the moment you see it. So it is an instantly recognisable bottle. It's just, I'm going to be really fussy and, yeah, say it's a bit of a pain. But again, the real reason is they're both just smeared a little bit. And I think for a first-time user, that's just probably going to put you off a little bit. And even if you're not a first-time user, you don't want to be chasing around smears and getting off that last bit and possibly have to get a quick detailer out to remove the smearing and all of that. So that's just why they're at the end there. So, yeah, I think that's all the rounds done. I need to tally up these scores and work out who's won. So I'll get back to you. So on to the final results then. And yeah, this is after all rounds have been calculated. And as per previous videos, the lower the score, the winner, basically. So scoring like golf, let's say. So we have a tie for joint first. And that is stjarnagloss Parlour and gtechniq's ceramic sealant. Both came in first place with 29 points. I'm just going to quickly look at some of the highlights here. So I think it was the beading and the sheeting, along with the slickness for gtechniq, that really got that up there. And for the stjarnagloss, again, the beading, it was first place on beading. Application and the user experience for stjarnagloss bumped those up into first place. In second place, we've got Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Graphene Infused Flex Wax. Second place on 31 points. The slickness and the rapid, absolutely rapid sheeting abilities of that was just mental. It's also a very good price. It came in second on price as well. So Turtle Wax in second place. Third place, again, we've got the guys over at Garage Therapy with their 3CS. This came in with 35 points. What notes have we got on here? Highlights for this one, again, is the beading. It was an outright winner on that. And I believe the durability, if I can just see the results on that. Yeah, the durability, it did really, really well. And then the rest of them, so we'll just go through. We've got Built Hammer in fourth place. That was on 40 points. PNS fifth on 41 points. Very, very close there. Angelwax Dream Coat came in 6th place. That was on 44 points. Auto Glim was on 52 points and 63 points for Auto Smart. So I'll just quickly put the table of results up for these now, and I'm just going to rerun this without the price, because I know some of you guys aren't really fussed about the prices. So yeah, whilst you just have a look at the table for that results, let's do it without the price included. And so without price included, then it doesn't really change much. I believe it just swapped around Angelwax, PNS rather, should I say, with, who did it move that round with? With Angelwax. So they just swap positions basically. It does give you an outright winner, which will be the gtechniq ceramic sealant if you take price out of the equation. Putting stjarnagloss in 2nd place, and yeah, so basically the results or the points for this afterwards, gtechniq 21, stjarnagloss would be on 26 points, so gtechniq's an outright winner without price included. Stjarnagloss 2nd on 26, turtle wax on 29, still in 3rd place. 4th got garage therapy on 30, just 1 point in that. 34 for Bill Hamber in 5th. We've got 38 for Angelwax in 6th. As I said, that jumped ahead of PNS, which came in 7th at 40 points. So really, I only lost 1 point when he took the price out. Auto Glim, is that correct? I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, that's correct. Auto Glim Rapid Ceramic Spray, that came in 8th with 48 points. And last is Auto Smart on 54 points. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Got some more product testing to do. I hope you're enjoying these. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next. This is 3 we've done now. I'm going to be taking a little break soon. You may be watching this whilst I'm on holiday. I'm not quite sure. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. And if you have, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, please do us a favour as well and go ahead and click the subscribe icon just up there. Now, it doesn't cost you guys anything. It really does help the channel out. And yeah, YouTube thinks you'll like these videos below. So go and check them out after this one. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.